some baked tacos. Now, somebody might say, why are you gonna bake them? Well, this is a way to get all your tacos done at one time and have them ready all one time. And then people just can come, grab the taco, and then you'll have all your fillings ready or your toppings ready, and they can just go to town. Lettuce, tomato, sour cream, salsa, avocado, whatever you like. What we're gonna do is I showed you in another video how we make our taco filling. This is our beef and bean taco filling. And then I showed you in another video how we make our homemade flour tortillas. I went ahead and I lined up 6 flour tortillas. I folded them so they're kind of propping each other up in here. All you have to do, this may seem pretty basic, and you know, it kind of is, but this is a really great way to get it all done and you don't have to think about it. Especially if you're gonna serve to a crowd. This is a great way if you're gonna have a party. This is great for like game day, or you can go ahead and make these up super quick and you have them ready to go and just pop them in the oven and everybody's happy. People can just come along and serve themselves. This is great for a buffet or anytime you want to have tacos. Okay, and once we get all the meat filling done, we can just go in with our cheese. I don't know about you, but I love it when the cheese is nice and melted. So sometimes when you make a taco, it's not always gonna melt, but this way it's definitely gonna be melted, and it can be super cheesy if that's how you want it to be. So this is just gonna be popped in a 350-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes until the cheese is melted. And we are using flour tortillas today. These are gonna get a little bit crispy when you bake them in the oven like that. If you want to, you can definitely line up some corn tortillas in here, or if you like to buy the taco shells from the store, get the ones with the flat bottoms, and you're in like Flynn. It's easy peasy. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna pop this in the oven for, like I said, 10 to 15 minutes, and when they're ready to go, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, our baked tacos have come out of the oven. They were in there for just about 10 minutes, 350, until the cheese melted and the tortilla has gotten just a little bit crispy on the edge, and it's not soggy on the bottom. You can see it's just perfect. They look gorgeous, and you know, you can have all of your taco toppings ready to go. You could have more cheese, sour cream, salsa, lettuce, tomato, chopped green onion, avocado, guacamole, whatever you want. I'm gonna let you decide how you top yours. I'm just gonna let you see how they look as they came out of the oven. I am super impressed with how they look, and there's really even very minimal mess in the bottom of the casserole dish. These are rather hot, but the best part here, I love this because you can get a nice portion of taco filling in there with a good amount of cheese, and it's kind of encapsulated all together. And then when you go to put your toppings in there, the meat and the cheese is not gonna fall out. It's all gonna be kind of compacted in there because it baked together a little bit while it was exposed to that heat. So that's baked tacos. How easy is that? I love this idea. You think about how you can make a big bunch of these for a tailgate, or for New Year's Eve, or for game day. I think it's brilliant. I hope you give this a try sometime soon, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. We're just going to go over the very few ingredients to getting this dinner on the table. And we're going to use macaroni, elbow macaroni. I have 2 cups right here. I don't want a lot of leftovers tonight. I just want to feed my family. So I have 2 cups of dry macaroni. I have 4 cups of water. I have 1 1/4 of the chili. And I have a cup cheddar cheese. We're going to add a little salt to the water when we boil, and that's it. Then you can put out onions and sour cream and hot sauce and whatever, you know, toppings your family enjoys on their chili. And it's a really quick one-pot meal. So we're going to move over to the stove and we're going to start this off. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our 2 cups of macaroni and our 4 cups of water right here in a skillet. And I have it over medium-high heat. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there because the only chance you get to flavor your pasta is when you're going to boil it. So I'm going to grab a wooden spoon. I'm sorry, sweetheart. And I'm just going to give this a little bit of a zhuzh. And then we're going to let this boil until all the water, or the better part of the water, is absorbed. So we're going to walk away from this, and when it's time to move forward, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, it has been about 10 minutes and you can see that our water is almost entirely evaporated and absorbed into that pasta. And our pasta is fully cooked and it's perfectly done. So it just goes to show you, you don't need a whole lot of water to cook your pasta. About 2 cups of water for every cup of pasta is what you're going to need. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my quart of chili and I'm going to just pop it right into my skillet with my macaroni.
It is perfectly al dente.
It is. And I'm going to give it a stir. Now, if you like your chili mac differently, then you can certainly add a can of Rotel in here. You can add more chili if you like to the macaroni ratio. But for us, I think this is going to be just perfect. You don't want it to be so heavy on one end or the other. You want it to be kind of even. And this is going to be a perfectly good combination for us. Now, the only other thing that I'm going to do before this heats through all the way is I'm just going to go ahead and give this a sprinkle. I've got about a cup of shredded cheddar. I'm just going to pop it right on the top. Just like that. I'm going to put the lid on it. I still have it over medium heat, and I'm going to let this cook now for maybe 5 minutes until everything is nice and bubbly and the cheese is melted, and then it'll be time to fix your plate because I know that you're hungry. So we'll be back when that happens. And there you have it. Quick and easy, leftover makeover, 1 skillet chili mac. I'm going to put some in a dish and I'm going to fix your plate because I know you're hungry, and we'll meet you back over at the counter. And there you have it. Delicious, quick and easy, 1 skillet, 1 pot, leftover makeover chili mac. Super easy. All I'm going to do is probably add like about a tablespoon more extra cheese on the top.
And it smells delicious.
Polita, thank you, honey.
It really does.
Well, you said it smells good, so let's see how it tastes. You ready?
Oh, if it tastes half as good as delicious.
It looks really good.
Hot.
Is it? Mmm. Wow.
That is so good.
Mmm. 100% pure comfort food. Mmm. So quick and easy. Everybody in the family is going to love this one, I promise. The pasta is perfectly cooked.
It is.
It's not overdone. It's not underdone. It's just right. It's Goldilocks style.
Yep.
Give this a try the next time that you are stuck for something and you're in a hurry and you want to get dinner on the table fast. Add a salad, maybe some crusty bread, and you've got a dinner ready to go quick. Like, I'm saying 15 minutes easy. If you don't have home canned chili and you don't have leftover chili, don't sweat it. Go get yourself some nice quality store-bought chili, and you know what? No one's going to judge.
Yeah, nobody will know.
It's all going to be fine. So, I hope you try this idea for a quick and easy skillet chili mac, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.